Hi guys, your boy Jungkook is here. Wait up, let me correct myself. It's your international playboy Jungkook is here. Don't let Jimin hear this though. Anyways, so back on what we are doing today. Normally Jimin is the one always playing pranks on me, so today, I thought why not try some on him. So here I am. I know you might have realized what we were doing by the title itself, but oh well. I have to introduce the content anyway. So the plan is, I am going hide some under the seat here and wait for Jimin to find them. Technically I am bisexual, so you know where things could lead to. Though I am just Jimin sexual for life now, but oh well. He told me we need to go to the supermarket and I am going to go tell him we can go now. So I thought this would be the perfect timing. I already have prepared these things. Shows a set of to the camera. So I am just going to put this underneath his seat properly. I'll have to keep the price tags as proof that it is just a prank. And I have even prepared this paper with "It's a prank" written on it. He shows it to the camera as well. I am going to put this all in the compartment under the dashboard and ask him to open it when it all gets too much. Hee. So now let's do all the preparation and see if he is ready to leave or not. Author POV. You could see him prepare as he mentioned hiding everything where it needs to go and even setting up the cameras properly on the desk board. Okay, all done. Let's go inside and get him then. He says, picking up the other camera to take it in to record with him. Baby, Jiminy, where are you done getting ready? We are just going to the supermarket. How much more time do you need? Jungkook calls out loudly as soon as he enters inside, not looking around. I am right here, mister, but the question is, where were you? Jimin replies from the sofa in the living room where he is situated with his arms folded over his chest and an angry chick look on his face. Oh, hi baby, sorry for being loud. I didn't see you there. And I was just outside baby, waiting for you, Jungkook said, noticing the other's expressions. Okay, and why are you recording? We are just going to the supermarket. Jimin asks again when he notices the camera in the other's hands. Oh well, I thought why not make use of our trip to record more content. We could upload a trip to supermarket vlog, you know. Jungkook says enthusiastically as if he just got a brilliant idea. Jimin just shook his head at his behavior. He got up, making his way to Jungkook. Shall we head out then? Did you record the intro? Jimin asks yet another question. Oh no, I didn't. Let's make it together. Do you want to do it now? Or maybe in the car? What do you suggest, Minnie? Jungkook asks, instantly shaking his head as he answers. Phew, if I had said yes I did, he would probably have had my throat the next moment. Thankfully I know him enough to please him, Jungkook thought. Soon they got to the car and got themselves settled in. Jungkook was getting nervous, but he tried to maintain a calm posture to not make Jimin suspicious about him. But he didn't know if today was the right day to pull a prank on Jimin, as he already didn't seem in a good mood today. But guess what, he was already too late to decide that now. There was nothing he could do to change his plan now rather than just going with it. Shall we record the intro now, Jungkookie? Jimin asks, completely unaware of what is going to happen, breaking Jungkook out of his thoughts. Sure, let's do it. With that, they recorded yet another intro for a supermarket vlog. Jungkook told Jimin about, completely unaware of what the actual video was going to be. Soon they were off on the road, driving towards the supermarket. Jungkook kept glancing at Jimin from time to time to keep a check on him, but Jimin seemed to be too lost in singing the songs playing on the radio to notice anything. Soon they reached the supermarket with nothing happening, and Jungkook didn't know if he should be thankful or irritated about it. Thankful mostly, but he felt like he just needed to get it done with. So he made an excuse to hold Jimin in the car longer to find a way to make Jimin notice the things underneath his seat. Wait up, let's record that we reached and stuffs first. Yeah right, sure. Jimin agreed, stopping halfway from stepping outside as he settled back in again. While they were doing the further recording in the car, Jungkook was panicking, trying to come up with something so that Jimin would look under the seat. Amidst all this, suddenly Jungkook's phone slides down and coincidentally falls over Jimin's side. Jungkook froze, thinking what was going to happen next. Jimin is still not aware of what is happening. Decided to bend down and get the phone for Jungkook. Hold on, let me pick up your phone first, he said, bending forward a little as he put his hands underneath the seat. No, it is okay, I'll get it myself. Jungkook started panicking seeing this, but he tried to keep his cool as he knew his prank was about to come into action anytime soon. Jimin POV. As we were recording, I saw Jungkook's phone fall. It got under my seat somehow. I also noticed Jungkook froze for some reason. He is being so weird today. I have no idea why anyway. I bent a bit trying to find his phone for him. He kept saying it was okay, he would get it, but won't it be easy for me to get it since it is under my seat? Anyway, ignoring him, I put my hand under the seat trying to locate his phone, but instead, my hand touched a piece of cloth. I mean, I don't remember leaving or even putting under there. Maybe something that might have fallen or been left behind. The second I felt the soft fabric in my hand and pulled it out, which was lying underneath my seat. My mind was blank, I couldn't get how to process any further. A lot of questions crossed my mind. Is this a prank? Was the first one of them? It was a bra. I glanced at the Jungkook to see, maybe get a hint that it was a prank. And nothing more of what my mind was somewhere fearing or for what my heart was beating so fast in my chest. But maybe it was a bad idea. Looking at him, maybe searching for the answer in his eyes was a wrong idea too. What is this? I asked him, hoping he would just laugh it out, hoping maybe he could hear my heart and say it's a prank, baby, it's a prank. Hoping he wouldn't crumble my world like this. Instead, he avoided eye contact as if he were searching for words out in the world. Jungkook POV. The moment Jimin pulled up the bra in front of our face, I didn't know how to react. I knew the prank had started, but I had no idea what to say or how to behave. I was so caught off guard. I froze in place, avoiding looking at him. Damn, why didn't I plan this all fully? The moment he started to ask me questions, I knew I had to play my part, but for heaven's sake I felt so tongue-tied that I couldn't say a word, but I tried. Jiminy, I can explain. Oh goodness, what was I going to do? I just said whatever came to my mind, more like tried to say it, as I couldn't help shuddering, and guess it worked for the prank as I could see the wheels turning in Jimin's head. Jimin POV. The moment he said that, I backed off and got out of the car. This something. I can't. My mind rushed as I looked at him. I could feel what was happening to my body. I couldn't differentiate if it was anger or pain. What is there to explain? Why do you even need to explain? Is this? I looked back at him. He got out of the car and made his way towards me. Still trying to hold me. Okay, let's calm down and let me explain, he said. I took a deep breath, wishing he would say it's a joke. Well, you see, it's not mine, definitely not mine, it's somebody else. Yeah, it's someone else. IDK how it ended up there, Minnie, I swear. He said, looking here and there, not even looking at me. That is where I knew something was wrong. But I needed him to talk. Of course, you don't wear a bra. Of course, why would I? You can, but it definitely doesn't suit me, I heard him mumble. Jungkook, I am asking you something serious here. Whose is it then? And why is it in our car? My mind and heart wandered off as I waited for him to answer, reaching every possibility. And none of them made any sense except one. And damn how much my whole existence was avoiding that possibility. Praying to every power out there that this wouldn't be the truth. Saying in my heart, please Jungkook, don't let it be the truth. Ah, that. Jungkook looked up innocently, scratching his head and giving a sheepish smile. How could he be smiling like that when I feel like dying here? Right, you remember Yoonwoo had taken our car a few days back. It might be his. Yeah, it has to be his. Why would I have that thing in my car? Jungkook said, making excuses as he didn't know how to keep this prank going, but for one thing, he knew he couldn't back off now. But he didn't want to hurt his Minnie. Though it seemed like he was doing just that. But I used the car after him and it wasn't there. Jimin reasoned. There is no way Jungkook would be lying to him. But he didn't know why he was making excuses and accusing somebody else. Somebody who is the gay anyone can meet. Oh, sorry, Jungkook said, looking down. He didn't know what else to say. He was thinking, when can he just end the prank? And unfortunately for him, Jimin took it very wrongly. What is it? Are you hiding something? He asked, asking furiously, not minding his voice. He could hear his voice breaking as he was trying to hold himself and control his emotions. It's you, right? He accused, letting his mind win over the conflict he had going on inside him. You are the one. You cheated on me, right? Is that why you can't explain it? He was getting desperate to get the answers. What? Jungkook was utterly shocked to hear all that coming from Jimin. He didn't know all this would exalt so fast. He was looking up at Jimin with a shocked look, eye about to pop out of its socket, not believing what was coming out of Jimin's mouth. No, Jiminy, how can you think that? Why would I do something like that to you? I love you so much, baby. He tried to say. I closed the distance with us, and approached him directly. Then why? Why is that thing in our car? Why are you so helpless to explain it to me? Why can't you look me in the eye and say the truth? You got to trust me, Jimin. Why would I cheat on you? We have been living so happily together for years now. We love each other. Why would I do that to you? Jungkook tried to explain, wanting to try and end the prank, but it seemed to have gone too far already. At this point I knew I was losing everything. I was losing control over my emotions. Then tell me why there is some girl's underwear in our car. And why you are accusing someone who is gay? Jimin asked once again. Jungkook started but stopped and looked around, seeing people starting to stop and look at them fighting. Can we go back in the car and talk calmly, baby? Jungkook said, trying once again to get to Jimin and hold him in his arms. Not wanting to attract any more attention to them. No, don't baby me, Jimin said, resisting Jungkook from touching him. Okay, but can we go back in the car? People are staring at us. Jiminy, Jungkook tried again. You think can get to go behind my back and then baby me around? I won't come with you. Let them hear us, I don't care. Jimin shouted, shoving him away. It was getting too much for Jungkook now. He just wanted to end this prank. He could see how much this all was hurting Jiminy. On the other hand, Jimin quickly got away from him, went to the car, grabbed his bag, and started to walk off. Seeing this, Jungkook hurried behind him to stop him from leaving, his heart ready to beat out of his chest at the possibility of what was happening. Wait, baby, just hear me out first, okay, please, he said. No, I don't want to. Let me go, Jimin said. He was already crying. He felt hearing what Jungkook had to say would hurt him even more, so he didn't want to hear anything. But you need to. It's important, Jiminy. I promise. It's nothing. I love you. I didn't cheat. Just let me explain, okay, please. He wasn't ready to give up, of course, and thankfully that made Jimin stop from walking away at least. Please, Jungkook added, seeing Jimin stop, going as far as getting on his knees, begging him to get in the car. He knew he had to end the prank now, or else it would go somewhere it shouldn't. Jimin didn't know what to do. His heart was hurting at the thought of Jungkook cheating on him. Please, Jungkook, don't break my heart more, please, he whispered out, taking deep, long, trembling breaths as he looked at him. I swear, baby, I will never. Just please get in the car and I'll tell you everything, he said, still on his knees. At this moment he too had a sheer of tears covering his eyes. Jimin POV. I could see the tears in his pretty eyes, which made me fall in love, but he taught me to love myself too. And I can't let myself get hurt. Please just trust me on this one. Believe me, please. It's nothing. Really, it's nothing. Just, yes. Open the dashboard and check it yourself. It's really nothing, I heard him say. Why should I? Jungkook, I love you. But as much as I love you, I respect myself too, I told him, but a part of me wanted to give in, give him a chance to explain. But I didn't know what to do. This whole thing is so painful. Baby, I only love you and no one else, and I can't even think of doing something like that to you. You need to believe me on this. You know me, I could never. Please, open the dashboard. Trust me only once more. He kept begging me. I looked at him with my blurry vision. I could see him mouthing, please, with both hands joined in front of him. And I couldn't bear looking at him like that. As much as this whole thing was hurting me, seeing him kneeling and pleading was too. My heart was telling me to hear him out. Give him a chance, but my mind was saying something else. I kept on looking at him as my mind and heart fought a battle inside me. And I just stood there sobbing in front of him, who couldn't even dare to look me in the eye and say the truth. Or maybe I was not ready to hear the truth. I tore my gaze from him and looked towards the car. I remember how we bought it together. I remember every moment we spent together, every night we slept away together, every promise we made to each other. There was an unwanted smile that would hover over my face whenever he would look at me. I remember every second I spent with him or thinking about him. I looked at him one last time before backing away, still battling with my thoughts. Just open the dashboard, baby, don't think much. Do it for our love. Please. Then if you want me to sleep on the couch for the day, I'll accept it, but please just look at it. Jungkook said once again, tears streaming down his face. As if he could hear me battling with my thoughts. He always knew me better than myself, and what going on with me. As much as my heart was hurting with the thought that he might have cheated on me, my heart was aching more seeing him crying in front of me kneeling. I love him more than anything in this world. Maybe more than myself, that's why I took that step and went to the car and opened the dashboard as he kept on chanting it. There was a white paper folded neatly in there and some tags as well. My heart jumped in my chest and I slowly opened it. Jungkook wiped his face seeing Jimin opening the dashboard after opening his side of the door. He knew they would be fine now. He knew he would be hearing an earful from Jimin. Might even get some punishment for pulling such a prank on him, but damn. It was all better than them not being together. No, he can't even think about it. Jungkook was broken out of his thoughts by a slap. Jimin slapped him hard as a paper fell in between them with, "It's a prank," written on it after that. Seriously, he had yelled before jumping on him and hugging him so tightly. Jungkook was still trying to process the slap. Still, he held Jimin in his lap as he was still on the ground with one hand on the cheek that got slapped. "Yeah baby, why would you slap me that hard?" Jungkook whined. Of course, he didn't expect that coming. "I thought you would just scold me," he mumbled, earning a pinch on his forearm for complaining about being slapped hard. "I will kill you if you do this again," Jimin cried over his shoulder. He was still not able to come to terms with all this was just a prank. "See, now you know how I feel with all the pranks you pull on me," Jungkook said, hugging him back, "but sorry baby. I admit I am the biggest idiot to make you cry so much for such silly things, but can we get off the parking lot now? If you didn't realize, we have quite an audience around us at the moment," he continued. Jimin just hummed in response and kept on hugging him as if his dear life was hanging on him. He didn't care if people were watching them. The only thing he wanted was to be in Jungkook's arms to assure himself. Jungkook, understanding that Jimin didn't want to get away from him, just walked holding Jimin in his arms back to the car. "We need to record the outro and then we can shop baby, okay? How does that sound?" He tried to cheer Jimin but seemed it wasn't what Jimin needed as. "Shut up please." That is the reply he got. The only thing Jimin wanted to hold on to Jungkook and for him to be close to him and ease him. He realized how he couldn't live without his bunny-faced man today. Also felt guilty for every time pranking the other. "Okie, let's just stay like this," Jungkook agreed. And that is how they spend more than an hour just sitting in the car. With Jimin finally calming down, and Jungkook just loves to hold Jimin in his arms, so he was happy to be doing so. He can live like this forever. They did record an outro later on, but Jimin wasn't in the mood to shop anymore, so they went back home. And, well, you don't need to know how they spend the rest of their day, you dirty people.